So Nicholas Pegues reporting, Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking, and of course President Barack Obama, I told you I was your pit hive. Now I've come up with this innovative idea of creating 24 hours worth of video. Yes, I'm going to create 24 hours worth of video in so many ways. So it's not going to be organized, but of course it is entrepreneurship, and it's to inspire my generation, of course, people from around the world, that no matter what obstacles people try to place in front of you, you can always overcome them. Nicholas Hughes reported, I received a letter about unemployment, discrimination, etc. from the President of the United States, but of course I am President Barack Obama's pit hive with the support of former President George W. Bush. So Nicholas Hughes reporting, George W. Bush is always my favorite president too, but of course President Barack Obama is the most special president in the United States. So Nicholas Hughes reporting, Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking, honorably presents 24 hours worth of film. It's all going to be mixed up. It's not going to be organized, but I want 24 hours worth of film, a day's worth of film, 2-hour videos, which will be 12 2-hour videos from Nicholas Pegues. Nicholas Pegues reporting. May God save the Queen. Nicholas Pegues reporting here with Shelby County Commissioner Heidi Schaefer, and I received a booklet from Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II regarding her Diamond Jubilee. And could you please express your support for Queen Elizabeth II regarding this booklet and her Diamond Jubilee? And could you please show to the international community what she extended to me, Commissioner Schaefer?
Well, I just thought this was very lovely. It's the program from her Diamond Jubilee, and you can see it's Elizabeth II, and I believe the R stands for Rex. She began her reign in 1952. And it shows that her Diamond Jubilee is in 2012. And if you open it up, you see her on her coronation day and some pictures throughout the years. And there she is in her royal regalia. And it's from Buckingham Palace, and it says, I send you my grateful thanks for the words of support which you have so kindly sent on the occasion of the 60th anniversary of my accession to the throne. Elizabeth, 2012.
Absolutely. Thank you, Commissioner Heidi Schaefer. It was a complete honor to receive this from Queen Elizabeth II, and it was just amazing to me. So, as the youngest Shelby County Unified School Board applicant, I'm just honored, and I will continue to fight and help my generation to be inspired in public service.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Thank you, Commissioner Schaefer. And happy 2012 Diamond Jubilee to Her Majesty.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting, also known as the Governor of the United States Congress 2014, regarding the descendant of Victorian Village. I would like to encourage everyone to vote in election 2014. And of course, Pegues fans, vote for Nicholas Pegues as a descendant of Victorian Village, Collins Chapel Historic District. I'm just inspiring everyone to vote. I may not neither vote for myself, but vote for anyone in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District. CNN Icon of Memphis. Reporting, also known as the Governor, here at the Shelby County Commission building. Here is St. Mary's, the sister church of my historic church, Collins Chapel, CNN Icon of Memphis. Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN Icon of Memphis, also known as the Governor, here at Martyrs Hall at St. Mary's Church. So I'm taking a tour here as a descendant of Victorian Village, Collins Chapel Historic District, promoting diversity and promoting the great state of Tennessee in very positive ways. Here is the history of the founding of Memphis. Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN Icon of Memphis. Nicholas Pegues reporting, also known as the Governor, looking at Adams Avenue. And as a descendant of Victorian Village, Collins Chapel Historic District, I love documenting and promoting Memphis. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, here at City Hall. I'd like to wish everyone a Happy New Year 2014 from Nicholas the Governor, Pegues for Tennessee Governor, CNN Icon of Memphis. Pegues reporting, also known as the Governor, looking at all of the mayors of Memphis. Nicholas Pegues. A long list here at Memphis City Hall. So Nicholas Pegues reporting. I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah from the great state of Tennessee and the city of Memphis. This is all around here. This is pretty cool history. Nicholas Pegues reporting. descendant of Victorian Village, Collins Chapel Historic District. All of these mayors here in Memphis. Around to the last mayor, most recent mayor, Mayor W.W. Harrington. So Nicholas Pegues reporting Merry Christmas to all my friends and fans on Facebook and around the world at corporate thanks from Nicholas the Governor Pegues. CNN icon of Memphis. So much history here in Memphis. So Nicholas Pegues reporting CNN Our Report of Memphis, also known as the Governor, right across the street from Opera, Memphis. I have something very unique and very special I found here in Memphis, in East Memphis, the district where I represent. It's the youngest Shelby County Unified School Board applicant, and it's regarding the British royal family. And not only if you have a connection with the British royal family or understand history from a Victorian village era or, part of the founding of Memphis, which I am part of, you will see what I'm going to reveal to the international community. Something very interesting and something very unique I found here in Memphis that's connected to the British royal family. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, walking down Kirby Road here, I'm going to show something about the British monarchy and our connection here in the Mid-South. Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN Our Report of Memphis, also known as the... So Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN Our Report of Memphis, also known as the Governor, and the youngest Shelby County Unified School Board applicant, taking a stroll down here on Kirby Road. Now Kirby Road has a connection with the British monarchy on this street, and I want to share this with the international community, something I found very unique, only related to Memphis. Nicholas Pegues reporting, also known as the Governor, the Tennessee Governor 2024. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN Our Report on Memphis, and recipient of Buckingham Palace, walking still down Kirby Road. And I began to notice this when I was driving through here one Sunday, that the street right here is called London. This is very interesting for the CNN Our Report community. So this is East Memphis in the district in which I ran for Congress and the youngest Shelby County Unified School Board applicant. As you can see, the street sign of this says London off Kirby Road. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN Our Report of Memphis. We're going to see what else is connected to England down Kirby. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN Our Report of Memphis, also known as the Governor. As I was driving down Kirby Road, I noticed the street was called London. And we're going to see what else is connected to the British monarchy on Kirby Road here in East Memphis, where I was nominated for the youngest Shelby County Unified School Board applicant. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, taking a journey through East Memphis. CNN Our Report. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN Our Report on Memphis, famous for being Piggies, here with Mayor A.C. Wharton. What do you have to say to Memphis, and what do you think about President Barack Obama coming here to Chattanooga?
Well, it's great to be here to welcome him, to let him know of the good things that are happening under his administration. The recovery is here. Jobs are being produced every day. Good paying jobs. Everything that lines up with what the president is talking about in terms of rebuilding and fortifying the middle class. This is Exhibit A. I just want to congratulate him, all the good folks here in Chattanooga, Mayor Burton, all of his colleagues, but most of all to say thanks to President Obama and to thank him for the great work he's doing.
Absolutely, and I'm on a campaign to bring more love back to Tennessee politics. You're a good guy, Mayor A.C. Wharton.
Let's get it done.
Nicholas Pegues reporting. Prince Harry here in Memphis, Tennessee, and of course Princess Beatrix. I am your elected American boyfriend, promoted on Facebook. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Here he comes. Woo, Prince William in Memphis. Right behind him, Nicholas Pegues reporting. CNN icon of Memphis. There he is. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend. Documenting this. It was Prince Harry. Awesome, awesome.
So happy.
Nicholas Pegues reporting.
All right.
And here we are in Memphis, Tennessee. Nicholas Pegues reporting, documenting Prince William and Prince Harry on Nicholas Pegues. God save the Queen. And Princess Beatrix, I am your elected American boyfriend. Only on Nicholas Pegues, CNN icon of Memphis. Governor Haslam here at the United States Senator Bob Corker's campaign.
That's right. Good to see you, Nicholas. Thanks for coming, man.
Thank you, Governor Haslam.
Thank you.
You're a good person. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, also known as the Governor Nicholas Pegues, here with First Lady Chrissy Haslam. Can you believe this, Nicholas Pegues fans? What is your message to young women who want to go into public service? First Lady Chrissy Haslam.
Oh, well, thank you for asking. So I grew up here in Memphis and only left West Tennessee, only left Shelby County when I married that guy from East Tennessee, Bill Haslam. So it's always great to be back in Shelby County. I would say to young women to pursue their education, to study hard, to, obviously I talk a lot about reading, so be a strong reader from the very beginning, study, follow your dreams, go on to get a higher education, whether it's technical school or a 2-year school or a 4-year school, and give back to your community. And in giving back, I know you'll learn so much more than you give, you'll receive.
Absolutely, and I've been doing a lot of good things for young women here in Memphis. In fact, I was elected Princess Beatrix, elected American boyfriend on Facebook, and so many people like me for doing my charitable works. So a corporate appreciation to you, First Lady Chrissy Haslam, for Nicholas the Governor Pegues for United States Congress 2014, just to inspire my generation of public service. This will be posted after Election Day 2014, the primary, Republican primary. I'm truly inspired by the Haslam family. You guys are wonderful. I hope that you win. You have my vote. Thank you. Nicholas Pegues reporting here with Shelby County Commissioner Heidi Schaefer, and I received a booklet from Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II regarding her Diamond Jubilee. And could you please express your support for Queen Elizabeth II regarding this booklet and her Diamond Jubilee? And could you please show to the international community what she extended to me, Commissioner Schaefer?
Well, I just thought this was very lovely. It's the program from her Diamond Jubilee, and you can see it's Elizabeth II, and I believe the R stands for Rex. She began her reign in 1952, and it shows that her Diamond Jubilee is in 2012. And if you open it up, you see her on her coronation day, and some pictures throughout the years. And there she is in her royal regalia, and it's from Buckingham Palace, and it says, "I send you my grateful thanks for the words of support which you have so kindly sent on the occasion of the 60th anniversary of my accession to the throne. Elizabeth, 2012.
Absolutely. Thank you, Commissioner Heidi Schaefer. It was a complete honor to receive this from Queen Elizabeth II, and it was just amazing to me. So, as the youngest Shelby County Unified School Board applicant, I'm just honored, and I will continue to fight and help my generation to be inspired in public service.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Thank you, Commissioner Schaefer. And happy 2012 Diamond Jubilee to Her Majesty. Nicholas Pegues reporting here with Shelby County Commissioner Heidi Schaefer, and I received a booklet from Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II regarding her Diamond Jubilee. And could you please express your support for Queen Elizabeth II regarding this booklet and her Diamond Jubilee? And could you please show to the international community what she extended to me, Commissioner Schaefer?
Well, I just thought this was very lovely. It's the program from her Diamond Jubilee, and you can see it's Elizabeth II, and I believe the R stands for Rex. She began her reign in 1952, and it shows that her Diamond Jubilee is in 2012. And if you open it up, you see her on her coronation day, and some pictures throughout the years. And there she is in her royal regalia, and it's from Buckingham Palace, and it says, "I send you my grateful thanks for the words of support which you have so kindly sent on the occasion of the 60th anniversary of my accession to the throne. Elizabeth, 2012.
Absolutely. Thank you, Commissioner Heidi Schaefer. It was a complete honor to receive this from Queen Elizabeth II, and it was just amazing to me. So, as the youngest Shelby County Unified School Board applicant, I'm just honored, and I will continue to fight and help my generation to be inspired in public service.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Thank you, Commissioner Schaefer. And happy 20th Soldiers Diamond Jubilee to Her Majesty's. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Presidential Motorcade. President Barack Obama in Memphis, Tennessee. Nicholas Pegues reporting CNN Our Report on Memphis, also known as the governor, documenting First Lady Michelle Obama arriving here to the elementary school. Nicholas Pegues reporting, also known as the governor, CNN Our Report on Memphis. Fortunately, I was supposed to be on the inside, but right now I'm on the outside because I'm a few minutes late. It's still pretty cool. Regarding her Let's Move campaign. First Lady of the United States. And this was a private event, an invitation-only event that I unfortunately missed. Nicholas Pegues reporting, also known as the governor. Nicholas Pegues reporting, waiting on the arrival of former President George W. Bush here in East Memphis. Pegues reporting, CNN Our Report on Memphis. Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN Our Report.
Walk through, I'm going to point out some of the symmetry in this old house. But let's go back first of all. Memphis was laid out as a city in 1817. And at that time, this was a very rough river town. To live here, if you were a female, you had to be tough. And it is, though, a good location. The Chickasaw Indians knew the best real estate. This is on one of the 7 Chickasaw bluffs. So it's elevated enough away from flooding. But it is one of the Chickasaw bluffs. As time went on, people realized this is a good location. You're not up north where it's so cold. You're not down in New Orleans where the humidity and the flooding is much worse. You're just in the middle. So it is quite a nice climate, except for this summer. This summer was pretty awful. It can be very warm here. But anyway, people started to move in to the city because they knew they could ship goods up and down the river. Great transportation in this area. When this area was built up, so this was the country, that was a dirt road out there. This was not the city of Memphis, so this was the country. So when this house was built in 1871, Mr. Woodruff over here on the right decided he wanted to live on this street. It was called Millionaire's Row. But at that time, a lot of wealthy people built their homes here. And to build a house, it had to be a mansion. So this is one of the, well, there were 32. This is one of the 3 that's left. The Mallory Neely, which is on the other side of House Beautiful, the little small white house, is being worked on. They got scaffolding up, so they're restoring that home. It had a lot of damage, so that one's being worked on. And then there's a Pillow McIntyre on the corner over here that's now a law office. Those are the only 3 left, which is very sad, but at least we have this and the history to share about what it was like back in that era of 1870 for the Victorian era. Now, Mr. Woodruff was a carriage maker, very successful, very, very wealthy. He had 4 children. but only 3 lived in the house. But if you notice the fan light at the top, the stained glass piece, there are 4 eggs in that nest representing his 4 children. One of the children that lived in the house, though, was a married daughter, and she and her husband shared the upper 2nd floor. When this house was built, Mr. Woodruff wanted to show off how wealthy he was. So notice this door frame, beautifully carved. It's actually machine carved. That was a sign of wealth. It was during the Industrial Revolution. It cost more to have machine carved.
And hand carved?
Yep. What is that? Yeah, that was the Industrial Revolution. So machinery was brand new. There was a new hot thing. It was more expensive. And it looks like it would, to us, we think it's hand carved. You know, I would think that when I first walked in, but no, it's not. Notice the cornice work that runs along the top of the ceiling. It's wood and plastic.
Nicholas Pegues reporting. Prince Harry here in Memphis, Tennessee, and of course, Princess Beatrix. I am your elected American boyfriend. Promoted on Facebook. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Here he comes. Woo, Prince William in Memphis. Right behind him, Nicholas Pegues reporting. CNN icon of Memphis. There he is. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend. Documenting this. It was Prince Harry. Awesome, awesome. Nicholas Pegues reporting. All right. And here we are in Memphis, Tennessee. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Documenting Prince William and Prince Harry on Nicholas Pegues. God save the Queen. And Princess Beatrix, I am your elected American boyfriend. Only on Nicholas Pegues, CNN icon of Memphis. Excuse me. Nicholas Pegues reporting here with Shelby County Commissioner Heidi Schaefer, and I received a booklet from Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II regarding her Diamond Jubilee. And could you please express your support for Queen Elizabeth II regarding this booklet and her Diamond Jubilee? And could you please show to the international community what she extended to me, Commissioner Schaefer?
Well, I just thought this was very lovely. It's the program from her Diamond Jubilee, and you can see it's Elizabeth II, and I believe the R stands for Rex. She began her reign in 1952, and it shows that her Diamond Jubilee is in 2012. And if you open it up, you see her on her coronation day, and some pictures throughout the years. And there she is in her royal regalia, and it's from Buckingham Palace, and it says, "I send you my grateful thanks for the words of support which you have so kindly sent on the occasion of the 60th anniversary of my accession to the throne. Elizabeth, 2012.
Absolutely. Thank you, Commissioner Heidi Schaefer. And, it was a complete honor to receive this from Queen Elizabeth II, and it was just amazing to me. So, as the youngest Shelby County Unified School Board applicant, I'm just honored, and I will continue to fight and help my generation to be inspired in public service.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Thank you, Commissioner Schaefer. And happy 2012 Diamond Jubilee to Her Majesty. Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN Our Report on Memphis. Nicholas Pegues, I would like to personally thank all of my fans who support me on Nicholas I.W. Pegues, referring to me as former President George W. Bush, and Nicholas the Governor Pegues. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN Our Report on Memphis. A special thanks to all of my special Facebook friends here on Capitol Hill 2013 Inauguration Day. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend speaking, and sources have always told me Miss Obama's a fan of me as a young Republican, and of course, thank you, Miss Obama, because we rock, here in the United States of America. At any rate, Nicholas Pegues, the new spoil, the new privilege, like the Onassis family, on conference call once again with 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, and of course, Flotus is a fan of Rhodes, the Republican of the United States here in the great state of Tennessee.
Also, go vote. Nicholas be supported. Let's listen in.
I'll just give an overview of the summit and the schedule for the summit, and then Linda and Gail can make some additional comments, and then we'll take your questions. First of all, the U.S. Africa Leaders Summit is a truly historic opportunity for the United States to strengthen our ties with the African continent and to underscore America's.
Nicholas Pegues reporting Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend speaking, and sources have always told me that Flotus is a fan of Rhodes. Yes, Rhodes, the Republican of the United States. Nicholas Pegues reporting on conference call with 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, the new spool, the new privilege. Nicholas Pegues here at my residence on conference call with what? The White House. Yes, so once again, Nicholas Pegues. I'd like to encourage everyone to vote in election 2014. Now let's listen in to the White House press conference regarding President Barack Obama's trip to Africa. Is me and Princess Beatrix going to Africa, President Barack Obama? Are you going to take us? Nicholas is reporting. Let's listen into the press conference.
Their capabilities as security partners of the United States and as democratic partners of the United States. The theme of the summit is investing in the next generation. And I think that's a symbol of the forward-looking and future-oriented nature of our engagement with Africa. One of the things that we thought about as we prepared the summit is what does the United States uniquely bring to the table in its partnership with African countries? Other nations hold summits with African leaders. We very much wanted this summit to be focused on the distinct and unique attributes of the U.S.-African partnership. And what we believe is unique about the American contribution is our focus on African capacity building and integrating Africa into the global economy and security order. What the United States has done.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting President Obama, me and Princess Beatrix can help, with helping Africa into the global spectrum of things. Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN economist. Let's listen in once again.
To meet challenges on the continent so that through our Power Africa initiative, we are bringing electricity to the continent in a way that will foster development and integration with the global economy. And through our food security initiative.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting, Nicholas Pegues and Flotus have taken center stage regarding election 2014. Sources have told me that Flotus is a fan of me, and I'm so greatly appreciative regarding that. And of course, me and Princess Beatrix, because we are an elected celebrity couple. At any rate, I'm on a conference call regarding helping reforming the continent of Africa as a descendant of Victorian Village College Chapel Historic District. And what role would I play in it? I don't know, but let's listen in. And of course, First Lady of the United States, a fan of Rhodes, Republican of the United States. Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend speaking. Let's listen to the White House.
In Africa. So this is about seizing the opportunity of African growth and development in our mutual interest. At the same time, there remains a significant amount of security challenges on the continent, and so we'll be talking about how we can work to build African capacity to counter transnational threats like terrorism, but also to support African peace and security operations in different parts of the continent. And of course, we're committed to supporting strong democratic institutions in Africa.
And Nicholas Pegues reporting, if you like me as a person, as you know, Princess Beatrix is elected American boyfriend, a young Republican inspiring everyone to vote. Just, be free, think American, and, support Nicholas Pegues, also known as the governor for the United States Congress 2014. And of course, Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend speaking, the new spoil, the new privilege, the new rich, in a way, like Nicholas Pegues. Let's listen into the White House.
Called Faith Works that will honor the contributions of the faith community to the U.S.-African relationship. As many of you know, many different religious and non-governmental organizations support development on the African continent. And tomorrow, USAID will play a lead role in convening many of those faith leaders to not just pay tribute to their work, but to draw from that experience as we roll into the summit next week. Then on Monday, there's a series of events that get at different aspects of our agenda.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting, President Obama, are you going to take me and Princess Beatrix to Africa? I don't know, but Nicholas Pegues is on conference call at the White House once again.
Nicholas Pegues reporting.
Positive role that civil society plays in consolidating democratic progress, but also efforts to combat closing space for civil society in certain parts of the continent as well. Then there will be an all-day African Growth and Opportunity Act Forum hosted at the World Bank. AGOA has been a critical piece of our trade relationship with Africa for the last decade. It is up for reauthorization next year. The President's made very clear that we're committed to a renewal of AGOA. We want to do what we can to work with Congress and with African countries to build on the progress of the last several years, but also to improve AGOA. And so this will be an all-day opportunity for trade ministers to discuss our priorities as we work for the reauthorization of AGOA going forward. Then there will be several events focused on different parts of our agenda, including investing in women for peace and prosperity.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting, I wonder are there going to be any gaffes from the president regarding this international summit? Presidential bloopers. Who knows? And would I even be in attendance to me and Princess Beatrix? Who knows? Nicholas Pegues reporting. It's all hush hush.
There will be an event on investing in health. The global health program that we have continues to be our largest development program in Africa. That builds not just on the success of PEPFAR, but on what we've done to combat preventable deaths and to reduce instances of diseases like malaria that are preventable, but also to build the capacity of African public health sectors. There'll be an event on resilience and food security in a changing climate, and we have done.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting Princess Beatrix's issue elected American boyfriend speaking on conference call with the White House. Now it's flawless, or the President of the United States going to take me and Princess Beatrix to Africa with them, which can neither be confirmed nor denied. I don't know. But at any rate, I'm on conference call with the White House. Let's listen in to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And everyone vote in election 2014. This is the White House.
On the discussions of the previous 2 days to focus on issues like how we're supporting development on areas like food, health, and power that have been priorities for us, but also the continued growth and economic development of Africa, on regional peace and security, what we're doing as a partner to facilitate African solutions to peacekeeping challenges, what we're doing to consolidate democratic progress in Africa and strengthen democratic institutions around issues like the rule of law, and of course what we're doing to support the next generation of African leaders, something that is so demonstrated by our Young African Leaders Initiative. The President will then, at the conclusion of the summit, have a press conference. I'd also note that the First Lady will be hosting a spousal program along with Laura Bush on Wednesday.
Awesome. So the fan, First Lady Michelle Obama was going to be joining Laura Bush. As I told you, it's all diversity at the White House. Nicholas Pegues reporting, so that's pretty cool. Lotus is a fan of Rotus. Nicholas Pegues, Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend speaking. Let's listen into this press conference once again. And everyone can vote in election 2014. Nicholas Pegues reporting. I'm in the real loop, the elite loop. Nicholas Pegues reporting.
Security initiatives that we have across the continent to the strengthening and consolidation of democratic progress. We engage Africa and African countries as equals, and that's the spirit in which the President will receive the lead. With that, Linda, why don't you provide some perspective to the state, and then Gail can close this out for questions.
Okay, I'll be brief, but what I'd like to talk about is the engagement that we have had with African governments on putting together this fantastic agenda. We started engaging about 8 months ago, working with ambassadors here in Washington, as well as going out through our ambassadors to various posts to confer with governments about the agenda. Also, in all of
Also, Miss Obama, when you see First Lady Laura Bush, ask her, can I marry Barbara Bush? She'll probably laugh and say it's at Nicholas Pegues stuff. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Thank you for this. I mean, the former first daughter, Barbara Bush. There was 2 Barbara Bushes. the mother Bush, the daughter Bush. I'm talking about the former first daughter. So I asked Laura Bush that question. She will laugh. Nicholas Pegues reporting.
Additional ideas that they wanted us to take into account in the agenda. And I can tell you that everyone was excited. The response was enthusiastic. And I think that we have come up with an agenda that is going to provide for a very productive meeting. I also want to note, Vic did mention that we have about 80 unofficial side events that have developed as a result of Summit. Summit has really galvanized the African community around Washington and the NGO community, the local universities, think tanks, business organizations have all put together an interesting set of side meetings that I think will keep everyone in Washington busy for the entire week that the heads of state and other members of the delegation during the time they will be here in Washington. So I will end there and turn it over to Dan. Hi, everybody, and I'll be brief. I'll just add a couple of things. I think a few things that are unique about this summit have to do with both the style and the frame. Ben laid out the sequence of events. The Yali Summit has been this week. We have the Faith event tomorrow. Civil Society Forum, AGOA Ministerial Business Forum and Conference. All these things will flow into the actual discussion on Wednesday, and we set up a conversation that will be quite unique, including because the frame of this is about the next generation. So rather than an exclusive focus on the challenges or opportunities of today, the questions on the table in each of these three sessions are what do we need to be thinking about and doing now?
So Nicholas Pegues reporting. Did you know I was voted, part of the White House establishment? I was voted part of the first family to some degree on Facebook by my Facebook friends around the world. So Miss Obama considers me family somewhat, and I consider her family somewhat despite politics. And at any rate, it is said that the First Lady is a fan of me as a young Republican here in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District, and so is former First Lady Laura Bush. Now, both of them will be in Africa very soon. Will I be attending? I do not know. Possibly I will see Princess Beatrix there. Which can either be confirmed or denied. Are they even taking us? We'll probably stay at the White House while, the President, Mrs. Obama, go to Africa. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Let's listen to the White House.
It's an area where we've been hugely successful, but in large measure because we've got a huge number of leaders putting skin in the game. We've also seen that with Power Africa, which launched only a year ago, which has got enormous traction. We'll have some things to say about how far that has come and where it is going. So those are just a couple of things on the Monday. On the Tuesday at the Business Forum, I think by virtue of the fact that who's in attendance, what kinds of things will be announced, and the general buzz around it, I think there is now a solid recognition that what we are talking about is a very fast-growing and dynamic emerging market where we have mutual interest in increasing U.S. investment. There will also be significantly there a number of prominent African CEOs among the business leaders in attendance. We'll have a huge diversity of companies from very large and well-known companies to a lot of smaller companies. And again, both American, international, but also significantly African, corporate leaders. So I think I would say we'll leave it at that, Ben, and turn it back to you. Take your questions. Happy to take questions.
Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN Our Reporter of Memphis. Nicholas Pegues here on Capitol Hill. CNN Our Reporter of Memphis. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Nicholas Pegues, also known as the Governor.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting, Princess Beatrix's is your elected American boyfriend speaking, and now sources have told me that First Lady Michelle Obama is a fan of me as a CNN icon of Memphis, and it's very evident because Nicholas Pegues once again is on a conference call with the White House. Nicholas Pegues reporting, inspire my generation to vote in election 2014, and of course, Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend speaking. Let's listen in.
MH17 and 17 from Russian-backed separatist controlled areas, and it also includes the continued efforts by Russia to arm and support the separatists who are inside of Ukraine. And we, again, have put out a substantial amount of information the last several days. We believe that military equipment, including artillery, armored vehicles, and air defense equipment, recently departed from the deployment area west of Rostov, and are concerned that this would continue the flow of support to the separatists. We have seen Russia continue to accumulate a significant amount of equipment at a deployment site in southwest Russia that includes tanks of attacks that are no longer used by the Russians.
So Nicholas Gates reporting, CNN icon of Memphis. Now sources tell me that First Lady Michelle Obama is a fan of me as a CNN icon of Memphis, aka Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend speaking, and it's quite evident, Nicholas Gates. Let's listen in. Nicholas Gates reporting.
USDA is suspending all bilateral export credit and development finance for Russia. OPEC has suspended consideration of any new financing on insurance transactions in Russia, and as a result of the sanctions imposed today, the Export-Import Bank is putting a hold on all new transactions for exports to Russia. So these are very broad actions across the government. But with that, I'll turn it over to my colleague. Thank you, and let me just give a quick overview of the actions we taken today, and of course will be available for questions should you want to go into more detail. These actions today, of course, build on a series of actions that we've rolled out over the last month in response to provocations from Russia. These targeted leaders who have been responsible for Russian intervention. We've targeted cronies or oligarchs, targeted separatist leaders and others responsible for violence and instability. And we've also taken a number of steps that target sectors of the Russian economy and go after key firms in those sectors. You're seeing more of that today. Today, we have expanded the list of financial institutions that are sanctioned under Executive Order 13662. Three additional major Russian state-owned banks. These are the TD Bank, Bank of Moscow, and Russian Agricultural Bank. And with our actions 2 weeks ago, we are prohibiting U.S. persons dealing in any new equity from these banks or of these banks, and issuing or handling any new debt no longer than 90-day maturity. As a practical matter, this will close those banks off from the U.S. as sources of medium or long-term financing. And I would note that these three, as well as this bank that was designated under this measure 2 weeks ago, hold a very extensive amount of U.S. dollar-denominated debt. Second, we designated today a Russian defense technology firm under Executive Order 13661. The name is United Shipbuilding Corporation. It's been designated for operating in the Russian armed defense sector, and it stands on the list of 8 firms that we designated just 2 weeks ago. As a result of this action, any assets that it holds or tries to move through the U.S. financial system will be blocked, and any transactions with U.S. persons are prohibited. I want to stress the significance of the steps we've taken today, and just shortly hear about additional actions from my colleague in the Commerce Department. Executive Order 13662 authorized Secretary Lew to identify sectors of the Russian economy and then select specific parts.
So Nicholas Gates reporting, sources tell me that Forbes magazine's 8th most powerful woman in American politics is a fan of me as a CNN icon of Memphis. Who can that be where you have her signature right here? Nicholas Gates reporting, and also Nicholas Gates is Princess Beatrix's elected American boyfriend, according to my Facebook friends and fans from around the world. I was listening to the press conference from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
It also includes the export of foreign-made end items if they include U.S. content that's over 25% of the value of that foreign-made item. So it's really the trade equivalent or complement to the Treasury financial system. I'd also remind everyone that we had previously announced that related export licensing policy. We were not approving any license Russia. The other piece of our announcement today is that we are going to impose export license requirements on a universe of technology if they're to be exported or re-exported to Russian deepwater, Arctic offshore, or shale oil production activities. These are designed not to impact Russian current production, but to impact their ability to produce in more technologically challenging future projects. And we will have a regulation that will be published in the Federal Register in the next few days that will impose this export license requirement for energy-related technologies in, as I said, deepwater, Arctic offshore, and shale projects. And so those are the commerce actions that are being taken on today. Now I guess I turn it over to my colleague from the State Department.
The European Union today announced a series of measures on the zone, including strong sanctions. I commend you the statement by Herman Van Rompuy, the President of the European Council, who came out a few hours ago. The European Union sanctions are the result of obviously the work of all 28 members of the Commission, but follow a series of many weeks.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting our Facebook friends for people who work for the European Union. How awesome is this? Let's listen into the conference call with the White House. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking.
Coordinate our sanctions and our international reaction to Russia's aggression against Ukraine. So the European Union steps are strong, they are significant, they represent a new step for Europe and one we as the European Union together. Those steps include financial sanctions, that is, the European have limited access to European capital markets for Russian state banks, that is their equivalent to something.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting on a conference call with the White House this afternoon, and of course, sources tell me that Flotus is a fan of me as a skiing icon of Memphis. My question is, what's all this stuff about Russia? Nicholas Pegues reporting. Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking. Nicholas Pegues.
So certainly to the extent they're looking to get commodities, software, technology for those forward-looking projects, this will have a significant impact with the U.S. and the Europeans having very similar restrictive policies.
Next question will come from Mike Doherty with you. Go ahead.
Similar to Peter's question, can you give us a sense of what portion of the energy industry covers that, and what portion of the financial industry mentioned today? Does this affect 25% of the financial sector or 10%? Just some sense of the portion, or is it just nibbling at the very end? Sure. So let me talk to the financial side. With the three banks we designated today, all of which are the top six of Russia's overall banks, we give 30% of Russian banking sector assets, and all of this is, of course, state-owned by government-funded private Russian banks.
If you combine the three banks designated today and the two banks which the United States designated on July 15th, I believe that we hit 5 of the 6 largest state-owned banks in Russia. I just added that which will also be the direct impact that comes from the market of sanctions. And then there's a broader impact on the investment climate in Russia. Essentially, Russia is not a very competitive now for international investment. And that broader chilling impact has affected the capital prices, which is substantial with respect to
The actions that we've taken here are very carefully constructed. These are not prohibitions that attach to a Russian account holder moving money in dollars or moving money abroad. These prohibitions are targeting banks themselves and their long-term stability. So it's not a blocking what it is, a prohibition on them obtaining medium or long-term debt financing or issuing any new equity. And between the action that we took and the EU took, and we've taken as the EU has taken to basically they're out of business in the longer-term debt market because all of that is applied to the euro and the dollar. And the bank
Nicholas Pegues reporting, waiting on arrival of former President George W. Bush here in East Memphis. He's reporting. CNN, our reporter, Memphis. Nicholas Pegues reporting. CNN, our report.
Walk through, I'm going to point out some of the symmetry in this old house. But let's go back first of all. Memphis was laid out as a city in 1817. And at that time, this was a very rough river town. To live here, if you were a female, you had to be tough. And it is, though, a good location. The Chickasaw Indians knew the best real estate. This is on one of the 7 Chickasaw bluffs. So it's elevated enough away from flooding. But it is one of the Chickasaw bluffs. As time went on, people realized this is a good location. You're not up north where it's so cold. You're not down in New Orleans where the humidity and the flooding is much worse. You're just in the middle. So it is quite a nice climate, except for this summer. This summer was pretty awful. It can be very warm here. But anyway, people started to move in to the city because they knew they could ship goods up and down the river. Great transportation in this area. When this area was built up, so this was the country. That was a dirt road out there. This was not the city of Memphis. So this was the country. So when this house was built in 1871, Mr. Woodruff over here on the right decided he wanted to live on this street. It was called Millionaire's Row. Because at that time, a lot of wealthy people built their homes here. And to build a house, it had to be a mansion. So this is one of the, well, there were 32. This is one of the 3 that's left. The Mallory Neely, which is on the other side of House Beautiful, the little small white house, is being worked on. They got scaffolding up, so they're restoring that home. It had a lot of damage, so that one's being worked on. And then there's a Pillow McIntyre on the corner over here that's now a law office. Those are the only 3 left, which is very sad, but at least we have this and the history to share about what it was like back in that era of 1870 for the Victorian era. Now, Mr. Woodruff was a carriage maker, very successful, very, very wealthy. He had 4 children, but only 3 lived in the house. But if you notice the fan light at the top, the stained glass piece, there are 4 eggs in that nest representing his 4 children. One of the children that lived in the house, though, was a married daughter, and she and her husband shared the upper 2nd floor. When this house was built, Mr. Woodruff wanted to show off how wealthy he was. So notice these door frames, beautifully carved. It's actually machine carved. That was a sign of wealth. It was during the Industrial Revolution. It cost more to have machine carved than hand carved. Yep. things, it was more expensive. And it looks like it would, to us, we think it's hand carved. You know, I would think that when I first walked in, but no, it's not. Notice the cornice work that runs along the top of the ceiling. It's wood and plastic.
Nicholas Pegues reporting. Prince Harry here in Memphis, Tennessee, and of course, Princess Beatrix, I am your elected American boyfriend, promoted on Facebook. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Here he comes. Woo! Prince William in Memphis. Right behind him, Nicholas Pegues reporting. CNN icon of Memphis. Prince Harry. There he is. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend. Documenting this. It was Prince Harry. Awesome, awesome.
Something makes me so happy.
Nicholas Pegues reporting.
All right.
And here we are in Memphis, Tennessee. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Documenting Prince William and Prince Harry on Nicholas Pegues. God save the Queen. And Princess Beatrix, I am your elected American boyfriend. Only on Nicholas Pegues, CNN icon of Memphis. So Nicholas Pegues reporting a small crowd has begun to assemble here in downtown Memphis. Nicholas Pegues reporting as we begin to wait upon the arrival of Prince William, Prince Harry, and possibly other members of the royal family. Nicholas Pegues reporting. May God save the Queen. Nicholas Pegues, a recipient of Buckingham Palace in my own right. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Prince Harry here in Memphis, Tennessee, and of course, Princess Beatrix, I am your elected American boyfriend, promoted on Facebook. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Here he comes. Woo! Prince William in Memphis. Right behind him, Nicholas Pegues reporting. CNN icon of Memphis. Prince Harry. There he is. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend. Documenting this. It was Prince Harry. Awesome, awesome.
Something makes me so happy.
Nicholas Pegues reporting.
All right.
And here we are in Memphis, Tennessee. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Documenting Prince William and Prince Harry on Nicholas Pegues. God save the Queen. And Princess Beatrix, I am your elected American boyfriend. Only on Nicholas Pegues, CNN icon of Memphis. So Nicholas Pegues reporting. Nicholas Pegues fans from around the world on conference call with the White House. And as everyone knows, I am a right-wing Republican candidate in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District. And of course, Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend speaking. So I'd like to encourage everyone to vote, whether you vote for me or Congressman Stephen Fincher. Just always participate in the electoral process. Thank you, and a corporate appreciation to the White House. And of course, this letter regarding cultural diversity has not been open for 2 months. We're fast approaching 3 months regarding another unopened letter to the President of the United States. So let's listen into the White House. Nicholas Pegues reporting.
Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking. I'm so glad that you came here to Memphis. And of course, we're a celebrity couple here in Memphis Tennessee. So many people around the world love that. Now, a lot of people remember, John underneath the table of the president. So I kind of created a Facebook website regarding me and Princess Beatrix, the love story, of course. So many people from around the world love that. So it's pretty cool. Kind of making the Obamas kind of like the Kennedys in the 21st century with me and Princess Beatrix included. Nicholas Beatrix for 18 and I kind of Nicholas McGee said ascending the Victorian Village College Chapel Historic District. Corporate appreciation to the White House from all of us, especially in the ascending of Victorian Village. Nicholas McGee supporting CNN kind of message. And also a corporate appreciation to CNN International for featuring me on once again. Even though I was kind of, discriminated against regarding, the school board issues and everything, CNN International has always been gracious to me, and of course, every member of the White House press team, and of course, for people from around the world. It's always important to rise above prejudice. All of those Nicholas Cage fans. CNN, I kind of miss it. And CNN is a great organization as well. Support them. Even though I'm a different journalist now, you're still cool. How about America, people? We need to promote the American economy. Make a free support. So Nicholas Gates reporting, young Republican here in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District, running Republican candidate would like to encourage everyone to vote in election 2014, whether it's me or for Congressman Fincher. Right now I'm on conference call with the White House. And of course, Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend, promoted on Facebook that everyone loves us as a celebrity couple here in Memphis. A corporate appreciation to the global community. So Nicholas Gates reporting, and of course here is the unopened letter. The President of the United States has just not been open for 2 months, and we're fastly approaching 3 months regarding cultural diversity. So Nicholas Gates reporting, it is attended the Victorian Village College Chapel Historic District. Wonder how many votes will Nicholas Gates get? I don't know. With the White House and a lot of media organizations on my side, I probably get pretty large percentage amount of votes. But anyway, I want to encourage everyone to vote, whether it's for me or for Congressman Venture. I'm not even seeing if I'm voting for myself. I just want everyone to participate. To go to the supporting CNN, I kind of message. Isn't this a form of a patent, a letter from the President of the United States? Mrs. Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking. And of course, we're trying to make the Obamas like the Kennedy family here in the great state of Tennessee. So many people from around the world love me and Princess Beatrix being the celebrity couple here in Memphis, Tennessee. And of course, I kind of made a White House blog regarding it. And also a corporate appreciation to Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam and of course Shelby County Commissioner Heidi Schaefer. They're my two most favorite politicians here in Memphis, Tennessee that are over with the Republican Party. Of course, they're my two most favorite politicians. And also a corporate appreciation to Carol Chumney. Now, most people don't hear about Carol Chumney, on the national level, only on certain standards, but she is an awesome, awesome Democrat. She always supports me on Facebook. Very special person. And that goes to be supporting. CNN icon of Memphis. I support both Democrats and Republicans. I support those people who are good for me and good to me. It goes to be supporting. Nicholas Houston, where is the isn't there like a painting of me and Princess Beatrix somewhere in the White House? Nicholas Houston reporting CNN icon of Memphis. He snuck into Memphis. Didn't even tell the President of the United States. How unique is that? God save the Queen. President Obama is always about diversity. He's an awesome, awesome person that comes to it also. Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking. And also regarding the global economy, I think it would be great if we put in, the United Kingdom and of course other European nations. Europe's an important ally to the United States of America. And of course, I just so love Buckingham Palace. We just include them in a lot of things we do regarding the uplift of global economy. If this is important, but that's what I like because I like my cultural heritage being a descendant of Victorian village, College Chapel Historic District. So I like anything having to do with the Queen, the Pope, Princess Beatrix, of course, me being Princess Beatrix, like an American boyfriend, I like it stuff because he's supportive. Question. Because he's fun. Let me try to get a question. So Nicholas Gates reporting on conference call with the White House, and of course, Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend. As a young Republican, just want to encourage everyone to vote, whether it's for me or Congressman Fincher. So Nicholas Gates reporting, we're trying to make the Obama family like the Kennedys down here in Memphis, Tennessee. So Nicholas Gates reporting on conference call with the White House. CNN icon of Memphis.
because as I said at the top, a lot of the FDI we're getting is businesses that are
Thank you for taking my call. I had a question about what the White House is doing to prevent companies like Pfizer from moving their headquarters out of the U.S. and seeking tax shelters in other countries, becoming more and more of an issue like that.
Yeah, thanks very much for your question. There's certainly more we can do. So looking at how our tax codes treat diversion is something we have taken some administrative steps up and up, building on legislation passed a decade ago and more legislation we can do. A lot of the answer to this, though, lies in the fact that our business tax code is the United States has the highest tax rate of any country in the world. Its tax code is free, controlled, and it's a taxation internationally that is substantially lower than because of small companies, while also collecting relatively little revenue to you think that the overall what you're seeing in corporate tax, a big part of the answer has to do more with our tax code to make America more competitive for continuing to look at
We have time for one more question.
Jeff Jason, thanks for the call. I got business at the top. Are you still aiming for $1 trillion in foreign investment over the next 5 years, which I believe is the goal the president set last year? And the FDI last year was, I believe, $193 billion, which is up from 2012, but still far short of the $310 billion we saw some years ago. And I'm wondering whether at any point you see the U.S. getting up to that kind of level of FDI. Thanks for that question. First of all, the $1 trillion was a jobs capital recommendation, and what our focus is doing everything we possibly can to make it more attractive for businesses to choose to invest in America. And it's important that we define that not just by foreign direct investment from foreign countries investing in the United States, but also American businesses that have choices that we're in the world and that are free to invest that they want to purchase right here in the United States. Productive workers, innovation, with energy, with America, the world's largest economy, and being to global export. So we're focused. And then a second step doesn't really support itself in the data that I don't know any given investor the one thing in that regard that I would say is that's very fast. That's one. And growing disproportionately fast. So overall economy. The bottom line is question.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting, Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking. I'd like to encourage everyone to vote in election 2014 for your favorite candidate. Corporate appreciation to the U.S. Secret Service, to the White House, and of course to everyone who contribute to this great democracy.
Thanks so much again to everyone for joining us. And just to remind you, follow Barbara for the stand for tomorrow.
Absolutely. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking on conference call today with the White House. Now we all remember the story of the Kennedy family, and of course we have something on our Facebook page posted called The Love Story of Princess Beatrix and Mr. Pegues. So right now I'm on conference call with the White House trying to make of course, the White House under the Obama administration, kind of like the Kennedy administration. And of course, here I am. I am a Republican candidate, a writer Republican candidate in Tennessee's 8th congressional district, inspiring my generation to public service. And of course, here is a letter from the President of the United States. And of course, I even have an autograph from Caroline Kennedy herself, who helped with the win of the President of the United States, President Barack Obama. So I'm going to show off the autograph of Caroline Kennedy that I have in my possession here in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District. And of course, Caroline came here to Tennessee's 8th Congressional District. Nicholas Hughes reporting. Let's listen in. And of course, one more promotion. Red Rover, send the First Lady right over to La Bonheur. Nicholas Hughes reporting. CNN icon of Memphis, Princess Beatrix. This is your elected American boyfriend speaking. God save the Queen. So Nicholas Gates reporting Princess Beatrix. This is your elected American boyfriend speaking here in Memphis, Tennessee, and of course in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District, a Republican candidate in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District is, of course, and of course on conference call this afternoon with the White House. So Nicholas Gates reporting. A lot of people from around the world love the love story or the love tale of Princess Beatrix and Mr. Pegues. So that's to inspire this. Of course, we're trying to make the Obama family like the Kennedy family here in the great state of Tennessee. Nicholas Hughes reporting, Raw. That is my initiative. CNN icon of Memphis. Let's bring more love back to Tennessee politics.
Thank you very much, and ladies and gentlemen, if you do wish.
So Nicholas Hughes reporting on conference call this afternoon with the White House. Of course, I am a Republican candidate in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District. Nicholas Pegues reporting, also known as the Governor of the United States Congress, and Princess Beatrix. This is your elected American boyfriend speaking, trying to promote bipartisanship here in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District. Let's listen into the White House press conference.
Thank you. Once again, to queue up for questions, you may press star and then 1. And next goes to Eric Anderson. Please go ahead. Thank you.
So Nicholas Pegues once again is on a conference call with the White House, as everyone can see. And of course, I am a Republican candidate in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District. And of course, Red Rover, let's send the First Lady right over. And Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking.
Hi, thanks so much for doing this. I was just curious if the two executive action type things, the visa and the reduced wait time, if you can do that with current resources, or are these things going to take additional budget funding?
Just to be clear, I want to make sure that on visa, that is an action we took a couple of years ago when those wait times in countries like Brazil and China were unacceptably high. We've achieved significant results in the State Department.
And so I don't know if the president has actually signed any legislation today, but guess what? Since I'm on conference call, I think this is a pretty unique idea. I have the signature of the President of the United States, so it's inspiring all other presidential signatures. Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN icon of Memphis. I love history. And of course, Princess Beatrix. This is your elected American boyfriend speaking. Let's listen in once again.
Our next question in queue will come from Mike Spellman with WUTR. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks for having me on. You mentioned earlier today it was the hottest to get to the White House. Were there any exhibits or collections in particular that President Obama is interested in seeing tomorrow at the White House?
Well, as you know, he is an avid White Sox fan from Chicago, so we sure hope there'll be something there from Chicago. But no, he's just looking forward to visiting it and drawing attention to a major tourist attraction for both of us in the United States as well as as I said, it's going to be great.
Thank you. Our next question in queue will come from Michelle Breidenbach with the Post Standard. Please go ahead.
Hi, I just wondered how many people you expect will hear the president talk tomorrow? Who was invited? What people were invited, and do you?
President Obama, you didn't invite Princess Beatrix, elected American boyfriend, at any rate. A corporate appreciation to the White House from Memphis, Tennessee. And of course, Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking. Come on back down here to Memphis, President Barack Obama. Red Rover, send the First Lady right over. Let's listen to this once again.
Yeah, the new issue about two airports, Dallas and Chicago. Is it Dallas, Texas, or Virginia? I know that you have the breakdown of tourists from China and what to expect in the future.
I'm sorry, it is Dallas, Texas, and then Chicago. Both here are the two airports that have already achieved significant reductions in wait time, down to 15 minutes on average.
Yes, I have a question. In which ways is this plan is going to affect Memphis, Tennessee, and who is President Barack Obama meeting with at the White House regarding the Red Sox? Well,
Tomorrow is the meeting with business leaders from the travel and tourism industry, primarily hotel CEOs. So I'm sorry if I wasn't clear enough. So the travel and tourism industry is obviously very supportive of the steps that the president and the administration have taken to make travel easier to the United States. Jeff mentioned the ones that we've done previously as well as the executive order for tomorrow. And so the business leaders are really coming here in order for the president to describe to him the steps he's taking in the executive action and also to listen to their feedback for any additional steps they think we can take to make travel here easier after that meeting. And then after that meeting is when he's going to the up to New York to the baseball. Thanks so much.
awesome. Thank you. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend. The White House answered my question. How cool is that? I kind of made a presidential blooper. Sorry about that. Let's support Nicholas Pegues for the United States Congress. God save the Queen. Thank you.
Global competition. And we're going to have to sharpen our competitive edge in the global job marketplace. You know, 2 years ago, we created something called Select USA. This is a coordinated effort to attract foreign companies looking to invest and create jobs here in the United States. And today I'm directing my cabinet to expand these efforts. Starting a new one. And this October, I'm going to bring business leaders from around the world. And I'm going to connect them to state leaders and local leaders like your mayor. So
Nicholas Pegues reporting. Prince Harry here in Memphis, Tennessee, and of course, Princess Beatrix. I am your elected American boyfriend. Promoted on Facebook. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Here he comes. Woo! Prince William in Memphis. Right behind him, Nicholas Pegues reporting. CNN icon of Memphis. There he is. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend. Documenting this. It was Prince Harry. Awesome, awesome.
Something makes me so happy.
Nicholas Pegues reporting.
all right.
And here we are in Memphis, Tennessee. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Documenting Prince William and Prince Harry on Nicholas Pegues. God save the Queen. And Princess Beatrix, I am your elected American boyfriend. Only on Nicholas Pegues. CNN icon of Memphis. Nicholas Pegues reporting. CNN, our reporter on Memphis. Conference call with First Lady Michelle Obama regarding the Olympics.
Please press star, then 0. As a reminder, this conference is being recorded. I'd now like to turn the conference over to your host, Ms. Hannah August. Please go ahead.
Great, thank you so much, and thank you to everybody for joining the call today. All of you should already have the schedule for Mrs. Obama's trip that we put out this morning. Joining us on the call today, we have, of course, First Lady Michelle Obama. We also have Ben Rhodes, who is the Deputy National Security Advisor for Strategic Communications. We also have Sam Taft, who is the Senior Advisor for Healthy Food Initiatives. We also have 2 members of our wonderful delegation, Dominique Dawes and Grant Hill. And we have Kevin Dowdell from the USDA, who's also going to talk. So I will turn it over to the First Lady. Thanks so much, Hannah. And I want to thank everybody for taking time to be on this call. We're very excited about the trip. We're excited about the call. We're excited about all that we're doing. But I just wanted to take a moment before we got started because I just want to say how heartbroken that Barack and I are about the tragic shootings that took place in Aurora, Colorado on Friday. And, you know, I I would be remiss to mention the incident. Barack and I, we've seen people, and so has people around this country, we've seen people across this country come together as one American family to mourn the victims of this devastating event and to support their friends and families and loved ones. And I know that we'll continue that support in the difficult time ahead. So I know that we are all, even as we enter the Olympics, this wonderful occasion, I know that we are all holding the people of Aurora in our hearts and our prayers. So again, I just wanted to take a moment to say that. But I'm also here today to discuss the upcoming Olympic Games. And I am just thrilled to have everyone on the call. We've got Jen and Sam, but I'm so happy that Dominique and Grant are on the line. They have just been tremendous supporters of fitness and health and exercise. They both serve on the President's Council for fitness, sports, and nutrition, and they've just been active and engaged and involved on so many different levels. And we also have Kevin Dowdell, who's doing terrific things in tennis, but more importantly, we went to college together. And this is how life happens, that all of a sudden we wind up on this phone call together. So, Kevin, it's great to have you on board. You guys are doing terrific things. The commitments you've made have been amazing, and he's going to talk about that a little later in the call. I am beyond proud to be leading the U.S. delegation for the opening ceremony of this year's Olympic Games. And during my visit, in addition to cheering for Team USA, I'm going to have the chance to meet with our Olympic athletes and the folks who work in our embassy in London as well. I'll also be hosting a Let's Move event with American and British students, including American military kids, and that is going to be a ball. Leading our nation's delegation and traveling to London is truly a dream come true. If anybody had asked me when I was 10 or 11 or 20 or actually 40 whether I would be doing this, I would have said not. Some of my fondest memories when I was young and not so young involved watching the Olympics on TV and cheering on Team USA. And as part of this trip and my Let's Move initiative to solve the problem of childhood obesity, I decided that I wanted to turn that Olympic spirit and inspiration into action by using these games as a way to get more kids up and moving. And that's why I challenged the U.S. Olympic Committee and 10 of its governing bodies to commit to helping 1 million kids get active in their communities this year. And we thought that the goal of 1 million kids was an ambitious target. But our partners not only met that goal, they added another 700,000 more to that commitment. So that means that 1.7 million young people are going to be participating in Olympic and Paralympic sports in their communities this year as a result of these commitments. So this involves sports like soccer, tennis, swimming, and gymnastics. They are expanding their beginner programming and planning exciting events and clinics to engage kids for the very first time in many of these sports. In addition, in conjunction with the start of the 2012 London Games, we've declared July the 28th, Let's Move Olympic Fun Day. And this is going to be really cool. On that day, kids and families across the country are going to come together to cheer on Team USA and participate in all kinds of athletic activities in their communities through meetup.com. So as our Olympic athletes begin to compete in London, they will truly be inspiring a generation of young people to get active and to strive for excellence. And they're going to be reminding us all that being an Olympian isn't just about winning a gold or setting a new record. It's really about pushing yourself. It's about believing in yourself and refusing to give up no matter what obstacles you might face. So I am very excited about this trip for so many reasons, but I'm excited that it will serve as a powerful opportunity to send another message to the kids in this country and other countries about the importance of staying fit, learning to compete, staying healthy, and this isn't just about sports, it's about being active. So we are very excited, and I wish all of the members of Team USA the best of luck in these games, and I truly look forward to cheering them on in London this week. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ben, who's going to talk a bit about more exciting stuff, and I look forward to being a part of the Olympic tradition. And, I want to thank everybody again for joining the call. Take care, and Ben, take it away.
Great. Well, thanks everybody for joining the call, and of course, thanks to Mrs. Obama for her leadership and for leading this delegation to a very important event. Obviously, the Olympics are always a very exciting and resonant event for the American people. However, I believe that these Olympics will be even more meaningful to the United States because they're taking place in London. The United Kingdom, of course, is one of our closest allies in the world, and the ties that we have between our countries are deep and enduring. And so having, again, the Olympics hosted by a country that is as close to the United States as any other in the world only heightens the significance of the Olympics. As you all know, the U.S. and the U.K. work together on just about every issue of interest to our two countries when it comes to national security and the global economy. The U.S. and the U.K. are serving together in Afghanistan as we complete a transition to the Afghans and wind down the war there. The U.S. and the U.K. Stood side by side in Libya during our recent intervention, where we were able to protect the Libyan people and help bring about the end of the Gaddafi regime. And we cooperate really on every major issue that you can think of, from counterterrorism to the global economy to international peace and security. So this, in addition to being an important visit to the Olympics, is another opportunity to reaffirm the special relationship between the U.S. and the United Kingdom. I'd note that this is in line with a number of visits that we've had to the United Kingdom and opportunities we've had to host British leaders here in the United States. The Obamas have traveled twice to the UK, first in 2009 for the very important G20 meeting that was hosted in London, in which President Obama came together with world leaders to help rescue the global economy. And Mrs. Obama, of course, was able to do some very exciting and meaningful outreach to the British people. It includes, of course, the state visit that President Obama and Mrs. Obama made to the UK in 2011, when, again, they were able to both have a series of meetings with the leaders of the UK. They were able to be hosted by Her Majesty the Queen, and we're also able to do some important outreach to the people of the United Kingdom. And earlier this year, we reciprocated that state visit by having a very successful visit to the United States by Prime Minister and Mrs. Cameron. That included an event in which the First Lady and Mrs. Cameron were able to have Olympic athletes and Paralympic athletes engage in some activities for some of the local children here in the Washington, D.C. area. I just say a couple of words about how the First Lady's event build on the special relationship between our two countries. First of all, Sam will follow me and discuss the Let's Move event, but the First Lady will be able to visit with our staff at the embassy. This is one of our most important embassies in the world, and every time we are able to thank our civilians and other embassy personnel for their service, it's a very meaningful opportunity. The First Lady will also be attending the reception that the Queen is hosting for heads of delegation, which will give her an opportunity, of course, to pay her respects to the Queen, and also to meet with the range of other heads of delegation, which includes a variety of heads of state and other important personalities from around the world who will be converging on London for the Olympic Games. She'll be meeting with Samantha Cameron, and she'll also be meeting with some of the military families, U.S. military families that are serving in the United Kingdom, and keeping with her focus on military families as a top priority through the Joining Forces Initiative. I'd just say one other point about both her meeting with Mrs. Cameron and her visit with the military families. In large part because of the initiative that she, the First Lady, and Mrs. Cameron have taken together, the U.S. and the U.K. have worked together to lift up the issue of how are we caring for our troops our veterans, and our military families. And out of some of our earlier meetings, we established last year a U.S.-UK task force on our armed forces personnel, veterans, and military families. The purpose of this task force, which has met a number of occasions since then, is to share best practices, in some instances to have personnel travel to each country and discuss how we can improve our care for wounded warriors, how we can improve the way in which our military personnel transition into civilian life and seek greater opportunities in civilian life. It also includes a focus on how are we caring for those who suffer from mental health injuries, given that this has been a signature wound for both U.S. and U.K. personnel in the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. And of course, it builds on the work that the First Lady's done in the Joining Forces Initiative to, again, engage in a discussion about best practices for how our communities can support military families. So we'll once again have an opportunity to spotlight our joint efforts in terms of how we're standing by our troops who serve together in Iraq and Afghanistan, how we're caring for our veterans, and how both the United States and the United Kingdom are providing support for our military families. So the bottom line is I think it's important to underscore that while this visit is about the Olympics, it's also about advancing the close ties between the U.S. and the United Kingdom, ties that are about the close cooperation between our governments, but also about the deep bonds between our people. And the President and Mrs. Obama have done a lot of work since they took office, again, to reach out to our closest allies, to reaffirm the bonds that our alliances depend upon, but also to reach out to publics. And Mrs. Obama, again, has been able to do that on her travel to the United Kingdom in the past. And so therefore her events, I think, will build on a record of reaching out to cooperate with the government of the United Kingdom, but also to speak directly to the people of the United Kingdom as well. With that, I'll turn it over to Sam, who can say a few words about the Let's Move event in particular.
Thank you, Ben, and thanks everybody for being on the call. The First Lady has really seen the Olympics as obviously an amazing moment for the nation and for the world, but also an incredible opportunity to rally around the health and well-being of our kids and utilize all the excitement around the games to inspire our kids to move more. So we have been hard at work in that for many, many months. The First Lady, we started a lot of this work, hosting a mini Olympics with, a while back in the spring to get our kids starting to get excited. She spoke at the Wounded Warrior Games at their opening ceremony and has announced a really exciting national initiative to have fun days meetup.com, which will get communities active all over the country. So right now we have already almost 200 cities and towns and communities who have signed up to do events to really give kids opportunities to play and be active in the theme of the Olympics, and we're encouraging many, many more to join. And the partnership commitments from the USOC and the governing bodies are really groundbreaking efforts to expand programming in communities all over the country, particularly for those kids who don't have access to sport and play opportunities, and give them very positive experiences about being active, which can have a transformative impact on kids for the rest of their lives. So we're very grateful that we're going to touch 1.7 million children in this next year alone and continue that work from there. So all of this is leading up to what will be an amazing few days in London, highlighting our young people. So Let's Move in particular will have two great opportunities on Friday, the 27th. First Lady will be going to the U.S. Olympic Training Facility, University of East London, to meet with many of our athletes and have a chance to honor them and thank them for their service to the nation. And then we will be going to the ambassador's residence later that morning to have what will be an incredible Let's Move London event where we'll have about 1,000 kids, American and British kids, and incredible lineup of athletes, of entertainers, including, even SpongeBob will be there. And it's going to be an amazing day of fun that actually gets kids out moving, running around and playing in a very diverse set of stations with with a lot of excitement, which will hopefully send a lot of these young people on their way to living active, healthier lives. So we're very grateful to all of the partners. It's too long of a list to even begin, but I think everybody has it. Their efforts to make this day possible, especially Nickelodeon and others who are really putting on a lot of effort here, and it's going to be an amazing day. So we're really excited to get there and run around with the kids. So with that, I will give it back to Hannah and look forward to taking your questions.
Thank you. And we have two members of the First Lady's delegation on the line. As everybody knows, the First Lady will be joined in London by Brandy Chastain, Dominique Dawes, Gabriel Diaz de Leon, Grant Hill, and Summer Sanders. And we have Dominique and Grant on the line now. So I'd like to turn it over first to Dominique.
Well, thank you, Hannah. I'm very excited to be a member of the First Lady's Olympic delegation, as well as being the co-chair of the President's Council on Fitness, Sports, and Nutrition. I know as a veteran athlete, I just know how important it is for Americans to support fellow Olympians that are competing in the sport. And so to be there at the opening ceremony with the First Lady's delegation, as well as helping out in a number of Let's Move events, will be an honor for me. I've been focusing on health, fitness, and wellness since I retired 12 years ago, and kids are a targeted group that I am very passionate about. So to have an opportunity to work with these young kids and teach them the importance of physical activity and nutrition, I truly think will leave a lasting and a positive impact. So again, I'm thrilled to be a part of this delegation, and I do believe that during these Olympic years, it's also a great time for young kids to watch these different sports that aren't so popular, like gymnastics or basketball or track and field, but to maybe look at table tennis, diving, or even trampoline, because those make these sports that they have an interest in, a passion for, and a talent in, and that might be the next fitness activity that they may shine in, hopefully in the future. Thanks again.
Thank you so much. And Grant, I'll turn it over to you next.
Thank you, Hannah. Just like Dominique, I'm very thrilled, excited, and honored to be a part of this First Lady's delegation to the Olympics in London. I, as well, am on the President's Council for Fitness, Sport, and Nutrition. And, it's just a tremendous honor. When I think of the Olympics, to me, the Olympics embodies everything that the First Lady, with her initiative, the Let's Move campaign, it's really what it's all about. I remember as a child vividly watching the '84 Olympics and being enthralled and motivated and inspired by the commitment and the excellence of those athletes. And like Dominique, having the opportunity to participate in the Olympics, and to now watch as a veteran these great athletes, they will continue to motivate and inspire me. So I am forever grateful and thankful, and I'm looking forward to participating in the Let's Move event and watching and getting to know a lot of these great Olympic athletes firsthand. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much, Grant. And both Mrs. Obama and Sam touched on the 1.7 million commitment from USOC and the different Olympic sports. So we have Kevin Dowdell from the USTA on the line to just give us a little bit of a flavor about what that means and what's happening on the ground. And USTA has been a tremendous partner in this effort, so I'll turn it over to Kevin.
Sure, thank you, Hannah. The USDA is honored to participate in the First Lady's Let's Move campaign, and I have to say I'm personally honored to support the First Lady as a friend and a former classmate. Childhood obesity is a vital issue for all Americans, and the USDA wants to be a big part of that solution. Introducing kids to the lifetime sport of tennis makes a lasting difference in the lives of children, and it supports the goals of the Let's Move campaign as well. We're really excited about how the Olympics can energize us all to be even more active. Tennis has grown dramatically over the last 10 years, and now the USDA is focused on attracting even more youth to our sport. For example, the USDA's Tennis Under initiative, which uses smaller courts and lower ball bouncing balls, will introduce the game to hundreds of thousands of new kids this year alone. And that's real. It's happening all around the country. Many tennis centers, including the Montgomery Tennisplex facility we're building in Germantown, Maryland, which opens in September, use an innovative new USDA programs like tennis play days and kids tennis clubs to introduce young players to the sport. Tennis, like many sports, is holistic in the sense that it leads to improved academic performance and character development, in addition to enhancing fitness and habits for good health. So schools are an important place for the USDA to spread the word. Many elementary schools in the Germantown area offer physical education just once per week. So tennis play days and kids tennis clubs are especially important. As an example of the pent-up demand for additional activities, we held a pilot program in Germantown's Clark Matsunaga Elementary School in May. We weren't even open and we held it in their gymnasium, and it sold out in about 48 hours. Further, we anticipate that hundreds of Matsunaga's 1,000 students will enroll in tennis programs after we open them this September. When we had our pilot last spring, many of the parents were afraid that the programs would already be sold out in September. And that demand and energy is why thousands of tennis facilities like ours throughout the U.S. are joining to engage 750,000 youth in USDA programs to support the USOC's larger commitment to introduce 1.7 million kids to Olympic sports in 2012, as you've heard. We know that so many kids will be inspired by this summer's Olympic Games, and we look forward to turning that inspiration into action by getting more kids out on the court.
Great, thank you so much. And with that, the First Lady had to depart, but we will open it up to questions for Ben, Sam, Dominique, Grant, or Kevin.
Certainly, and ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to ask a question, press star, then 1. You'll hear a tone indicating you've been placed in queue. You may remove yourself from queue at any time by pressing the pound key.
Being answered by the
Again,
White
if you
House.
have a question or a comment, press star,
Nicholas
then
Pegues
1
reporting.
at this time.
CNN Hour Report.
Okay, one moment, please. Okay, just a moment, please. And your first question comes from the line of Nicholas Pegues of CNN. Please go ahead.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Pegues, and my question is First Lady Michelle Obama going to meet Queen Elizabeth II?
Okay, well, this is Ben Rhodes. I'm happy to take the question. The First Lady will be meeting with Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth is hosting a reception for all the heads of delegation from around the world, and so the First Lady will be attending in her capacity as head of delegation. I'd also note, again, during the state visit to the United Kingdom that the President and First Lady did in 2011, they were hosted at Buckingham Palace by Queen Elizabeth, and very much appreciated the extraordinary hospitality and the chance to meet with the Queen there. And we're able to reciprocate that by hosting the Queen at a dinner in her honor at the U.S. Ambassador's residence in London shortly after that dinner. So they were able to have that very special time with the Queen, who they have a great deal of regard for. And then recently, President Obama was honored to extend his greetings and congratulations to the Queen on her 60th anniversary of taking the throne through a video message and a message he delivered to the Queen and her subjects. So the First Lady will have a chance to meet with the Queen, and again, that builds on, I think, what has been a very valuable experience for them in terms of being able to interact with her, and again, to reaffirm the fact that she really stands for the endurance of the relationship between the U.S. and the United Kingdom. Again, her 6 decades of rule are a period of time in which the bonds between our nations have only grown stronger, and this Olympics, again, will be an opportunity to reaffirm that.
Great, thanks, Rochelle. We'll take the next
Nicholas
question.
Pegues reporting. CNN Hour Report.
Line of Lila Alphonse, Yahoo.com. Please go ahead.
Nicholas Pegues reporting. Prince Harry here in Memphis, Tennessee, and of course, Princess Beatrix, I am your elected American boyfriend, promoted on Facebook. Nicholas Pegues reporter. Here he comes. Woo! Prince William in Memphis. Right behind him, Nicholas Pegues reporting. CNN icon of Memphis. There he is. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend. Documenting this. It was Prince Harry. Awesome, awesome. Nicholas Pegues reporting. All right. And here we are in Memphis, Tennessee. Nicholas Pegues reporting, documenting Prince William and Prince Harry on Nicholas Pegues. God save the Queen. And Princess Beatrix, I am your elected American boyfriend. Only on Nicholas Pegues, CNN icon of Memphis. Excuse me.